Hi guys, if you're interested in learning how to sew these shirts, make sure to watch till the end of this video. I have a video on how to sew the shorts. I'm going to link it on the description box. So the first thing I'll do is to fold my material into two like this. I'll be cutting the back of this shirt first, then I'll use the back to cut the front. So I'll use a pin to hold the material so that it doesn't shift while I'm cutting it. So after that, the first thing I'll be doing is to mark my full length, the full length of the shirt. So I'll be taking my full length from the top here, and I'll be marking 30 inches. I'll add extra 2 inches allowance for the hemming of this shirt. So after that, I'll be taking my armhole measurement. From here, I'll mark 9 inches, which is the armhole. I'll also take my shoulder measurement, which is 7.5 inches. I'll mark 7.5 inches, and I'll mark it all the way from this top till the armhole. I'll just connect the line from this up down to the armhole. After that, I'll mark my half length, that is my waist, from my shoulder to my waist, which is 17 inches. And then I'll take the neckline. The neckline I'll be using for this shirt is 3 inches as the width, and then the depth is going to be 2 inches because this is the back. So I'll use my curved ruler to connect the neck. Then I'll be taking my shoulder slope from here, 1 inch, and I'll connect it to this neckline using my straight ruler. Then I'll measure what I have left for the armhole, which is 8. So I'll divide it into 2, 4, and then from that armhole line, I'm going to come in by 0.25, and then I'll connect using this curved ruler from the shoulder slope to the point and to my armhole. Then I'll take my round measurement. On this armhole, I'm going to be taking my bust measurement, which is 9 inches. And I'll add extra 2 inches allowance, 1 inch for sewing and 1 inch for ease allowance. Then on my waist, I'll be taking my waist measurement, and I'll do the same thing, add 2 inches allowance. And then on the full length, I'll be taking my hip measurements on the full length. And then 2 inches allowance. I'll connect from that waist to the full length, and then connect from the armhole to the waist. So that is how I'm going to cut it out, and I'll use the back to draft for the front piece. So this is the front piece. I came out by 2 inches. I left space for the button, that is 2 inches. And then from there I placed my back piece. And the first thing I'll be doing is to mark my neck for the front piece. For the depth, I'm going to be using 3 inches. I'm going to use this curved ruler to connect. And then so I'll cut out the neckline for the front. And then I'll be cutting every other thing the same as the back, the full length, the armhole, and the shoulder slope. While we are cutting, please remember to subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment if you have any question you can ask, and share this video so that other people can see it and learn from it. So after cutting it out, I'm going to open this up like this. This is what we have. And then from these pointy parts, I don't want my shirt to be pointy. I'm going to come up by 2 inches. You can decide to come up by any inch of your choice, but I don't want my own to be too curvy, so I'm going to take 2 inches, and then I'll use my free hand to connect it. Just use your free hand to draw a curve this way. I'll cut it out. So I'll set the back aside and I'll work on the front piece first. I'll mark these 2 inches that we added for the button. I'm going to be sewing on these 2 inches. I'll fold it. I'll fold it this way, and I'll fold it again and sew on it. but for it to be simple, I'm going to iron it first. So this is what I have. After ironing, you can see the 2 inches is folded in. So I'm going to sew on it. So you can see the other piece. I also folded it in and ironed it out. So after sewing on it, this is what I have. For the both piece. So I'm going to bring back my back piece and I'll join it to the front. So I'll take one piece from the front like this and I'll join the shoulder using 0.5 inch, and I'll also join the side using that 1 inch that we added. I'll do the same thing for the other side too. So after sewing, this is what I have. The next thing we're going to be doing is to measure the round neck so that we can cut out our collar. So you're going to measure from the button allowance all the way to the other button allowance. I have a detailed video on how to cut and sew this collar. I'm going to link it on the description box. You can check it out. So after measuring and cutting the collar, this is what we have. So to attach the collar to the shirt, I'm going to fold the shirt into 2 this way so that I'll get the midpoint at the back. I'll get the midpoint and I'll make a notch with the scissors. I'll do the same thing for the collar. I'll fold it into 2 to get the midpoint so that when I join it, it will be equal on both sides. Make sure to join it this way by making a notch on both the shirt and the collar so that it doesn't look one side or one side being bigger than the other side. So after making a notch, I will join it. You will decide on which side you want to be at the back. So after deciding, I will place my collar this way, right side facing each other this way. Make sure the notch on both shirt and the collar are aligned. Now hold it with a pin. And then I'll go to the machine and I'll sew it all the way around. So after sewing it, this is what I have. You can see it. So the next thing I'll be doing is to cover the collar this way. I'm going to fold in 0.5 and I'll sew it like this all the way to the other side. After that, this is what we have. You can see how neat it is looking. Then we're almost done with this shirt. The next thing we're going to do is to cut and sew the sleeve and then hem the down part. I'm going to be using just basic sleeve for this shirt. If you don't know how to cut the basic sleeve, I also have a video on how to draft and cut it. So you can see the shirt and the sleeve. I'm also gonna head to mark my buttonhole, hem the down of the shirt, and I also weaved the inside. Thanks for watching till the end of this video. See you in my next video. Bye.